Holiday sports fans, welcome to the newest edition of Sports Speak. We are back here at Mighty Purple in Hagåtña with a special edition with our NFL brothers. Welcome back Zach Banner from the Cleveland Browns and Larry Ogunjobi. We're going to start talking with Larry because he's like our special visitor. I know Zach doesn't really, see that? A flip to the side and we're going to, Larry, you've been here for about a week and a half. You're ready to go back home, man. How was your trip here to Guam?
I wouldn't say ready. I mean, I could extend the trip out a couple more days, but it was awesome to be able to come out here and, to help the kids and then to have a little bit of vacation was really important. And, I mean, the island was beautiful, being able to see all the people and how the community was and just the family feeling that you get when when you're introduced to a new place and the new people and they just welcome you with open arms was really important. So I had a blast.
We spoke a little bit a couple of days ago about your expectations prior to coming home. When Zach and I were planning for the trip, we wanted somebody who would embrace the island, and the island embraced that individual. Do you feel that you were embraced by our community here?
Oh, most definitely. And I find it funny when you say, Phil, you were coming home. So, like, it felt like home. Like I felt like I was back in Nigeria with just the loving feeling that you get, like people who genuinely care about you and want to see you do well, and then they're happy that you're coming out here and you're doing something for their people. It means a lot to them, but it also means a lot to me. So that was really important.
So Zach, about a year ago when you first came to Guam and you wanted to continue your relationship and giving back to the community, it was important for you to bring a teammate that had that type of integrity and passion towards giving back to the community. How was it with you bringing Larry out here and being host to him to your island?
Larry did an amazing job with the kids, with the people, with the customs. I mean, it literally took him half a day, less than an hour to figure out how to throw up a shaka. So he did a good job with that. He did a great job with everybody. I mean, I couldn't be more proud. And also, ultimately, we got closer on this trip, you know what I mean? So with everything and how this week and a half went, it's time to get back to the States and go back to work, but we really enjoyed our vacation.
Going back to you, Larry, we'll just touch a little bit about Guam football. You're exposed a little bit with the varsity football and with the coaches clinic and the players camp that we had this past week. Give a little feeling of what the sense of football here and what you feel you've left behind with them.
It's very different, but the one thing that I've noticed is that they have a lot of heart. We went to the football game and you saw guys who may not have fully grasped the concept of football the way we have back in the States, but you saw guys who were playing with a passion. They were just out there playing on the ground, having a good time, hitting each other, and it was just football. So when we went to the camps, we saw the kids and they're like sponges, like they wanted to learn, they wanted to understand, they asked questions, and then they had a really good time. And then going with the adults yesterday, that was real eye-opening to me because I've never seen, women play. So to watch them play and to be aggressive and strong and, just go after it, like there was no hesitation. It was really exciting.
How many more new fans have you gained on your trip over here?
I can't even count. Like Instagram be booming, social media be booming, but I feel like as though like being on the island, being with Zach, being with you guys, and just the people who didn't know me when I got here but now know me is really cool.
Well, you always have fans, especially with the way you have been and very receiving to our island. You have fans forever here in Guam. Zach, you promised that you were going to come back home and you promised that you were going to give back to football and into the community. Was it what you expected? And doing what we did with the coaches and the players, what do you envision moving forward with the B3 Foundation?
Well, they're a lot more advanced than I thought. I'm going to be honest with you, just because of word of mouth. A lot of people were talking about, hey, Zach, just be ready. It's not the same. And I already knew it wasn't going to be the same. But we have a lot of talent on the island and in different positions. And the best thing that I can do is continue to bring people like Larry, bring Larry and other positions, and just, broaden the horizon of football on the island. There's a lot of movement that I'm going to take with this and move forward. First, we need to make some adjustments to the system like we talked about, and I'll talk about that more later. But basically the system is what's holding us back. The weight rule That needs to be diminished. There shouldn't be no kids who shouldn't be able to play because of how big they are. It's too small of an island to have a weight rule. Then we talk about the development of the kids and then the backup funding. There's a lot of money around the island, and I understand a lot of people are talking about investments, but and when they put their money in, and maybe before they didn't think that putting money towards the football on the island isn't an investment. Well, it is now with me, because we're going to move forward. I'm a part of the best organization of football there is in the world, the NFL, and I'm going to continue to keep sharing these NFL product and people like Larry to the island, because there's so much potential here, and we're already made a lot of gains over the years. It's not that too far back, but then again, the system is what's holding the island back itself.
Very well put, and we look forward to the future of what B3 Foundation and what you yourself will continue to provide the island. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was my pleasure to make a new friend here and continue my brotherhood with Zach here. I know. Thank you very much. See, that's the love. It's not quite in the NFL, but, I feel the brotherly love. So on behalf of Mighty Purple, thank you. And, I'm going to give the mic to these guys and let them go at it in a bit. So stay tuned.
All right, so this is very ad-lib. Oh, cool. Okay, Zach, how does it feel to be back?
I can tell you've never done this before, huh?
What's wrong with that?
Hand it to the broadcast major, bro. I got you. Let me interview you.
Bro, we have to both do it.
I understand, but just quality.
I got you. I'm gonna get you. I just want you.
You also got to here's the mic thing when you ask questions.
All right, cool. Ready?
No,
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. So Zach, how do you feel being back on the island?
Good job. I love it.
Okay. So, looking back, what's the funnest thing that you did on the island on your vacation so far?
I would say the jet skis weren't that fun for me. That was really good. You turned up. The mic thing, though, if I didn't recognize you, you asked the question, you said, how you doing? Yeah, he be holding it down. Zach Banner here with GSPN, Guam Sports Network. Larry Ogunjobi, how was your trip?
Amazing.
A lot of one-liners coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Larry, not too many guys come to Island with your hair texture. Were you able to find a barber, and were you able to find somebody that could braid and keep your hair up to date for the past 10 days?
On the spot.
Just as you guys know, I'm wifed up. Different terminology on the island. I have a girlfriend. When they think wife, they think married already. We're not there yet. But being with you for the past 10 days, I've seen that the Chamorro women have definitely loved you. What are some compliments, maybe some things, critiques you have to say? I don't know how you like them, the brown-skinned women that we have on the island. How was that? How did they treat you?
Well.
Well, I bet. Would you like to go any further?
No.
Are you sure?
Nah, they were very, very welcoming.
Because the best mix is Black, and you're looking at one of them, so they're thinking about babies. Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Banner with GSPN with Larry Ogunjobi here, and we're out. Shaka. I wanted to, but I don't know what GSPN's budget is on mics, so I wanted a mic drop right there, so I'm just going to set it down.